From this standpoint, we firmly believe true peace in the Middle East will only be achieved with the establishment of an independent Palestinian state in accordance with international legitimacy references, restoring rights to their owners. Peace imposed by force only generates tension. However, peace built on justice yields true normalization and sustainable coexistence among peoples. In the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful, great people of Egypt, members of our valiant armed forces, ladies and gentlemen, on this glorious day, we all stand together. A moment of pride and honor, we commemorate a glorious day in the history and consciousness of the nation. The 6th of October, 1973. That day which added pride and glory to Egypt and all Arabs. It is the day of the great victory, the day of crossing, a day when the world stood in respect and reverence for the greatness and will of the Egyptians.
And for the unity of Arab decision-making.
And on this cherished anniversary, we extend a sincere salute to the spirit of the great leader, the late President Mohammed Anwar Sadat, hero of war and peace, the one with bold decisions and insightful vision, who led the nation with wisdom and courage towards victory and peace. And we salute the leaders of the armed forces, every officer and soldier, every martyr who ascended to the heavens, and every wounded person who bled for the homeland. And everyone who answered Egypt's call at that pivotal moment in its history, so that Egypt's flag remains high and proud. As we recall this great memory, we do not commemorate it just for celebration, but to learn lessons from it. The October epic taught us that victory is not given but seized, and that meticulous planning, diligent, sincere work, coordination between state institutions, the cohesion of the internal front, and certainty in God's victory are the keys to triumph and glory. Allah Almighty said, if you help Allah, He will help you. And make your foothold firm. With this certainty, Egypt triumphed. With this certainty, it will remain victorious, God willing, until the day of judgment. From the inspiration of October, we draw our determination today in building the new Egypt. Modern Egypt that befits its status and history and deserves to be among the major countries. We are working diligently and sincerely to build a strong, modern, and advanced state. It expresses Egypt's true weight and its civilizational and human value. In a world that only recognizes the strong, we build solid institutions, undertake giant development projects, and redraw the features of the future to make Egypt as it should be, leading, advanced, and influential. And if those principles led us to victory in October 1973, then today, amidst the successive crises our region is experiencing, we are in dire need of recalling and retrieving them and applying it as a steadfast approach in our political and social life. Regional situation can no longer tolerate laxity. The circumstances we live in require us to be responsible and to draw inspiration from the spirit of October to help us overcome challenges. Even advancing forward, Egypt and Israel have engaged in fierce wars and military conflicts in which both sides paid a heavy price in blood and destruction. And the hostility would have continued and deepened if not for President Sadat's insight, the wisdom of the Israeli leadership at that time, and the American mediation that paved the way for a just peace and encouraged ended the cycle of revenge, broke the wall of hostility, and opened a new page in history. Very peace to endure. Imasha ala ana Aisha kana ana item must be built on the foundation of justice and fairness, not imposed or dictated.
The Egyptian experience in peace with Israel was not just an agreement, but the establishment of a just peace that solidified stability. It proved that fairness is the only path to lasting peace. It is a historical model to be emulated in making true peace.
And from this standpoint, we firmly believe true peace in the Middle East will only be achieved with the establishment of an independent Palestinian state in accordance with international legitimacy references, restoring rights to their owners. Peace imposed by force only generates tension. However, peace built on justice yields true normalization and sustainable coexistence among peoples. Welcome to Egypt, young people. In this context, I can only extend my greetings and appreciation to President Donald Trump for his initiative that seeks to cease fire in the Gaza Strip after 2 years of war, extermination, killing, and destruction. And the ceasefire, the return of prisoners and detainees, and the reconstruction of Gaza, and starting a peaceful political process leading to the establishment and recognition of the Palestinian state means that we are on the right path towards lasting peace and solid stability, which is what we all aspire to. Reconciliation, not confrontation, is the only way to build a secure future for our children. I emphasize here the importance of maintaining the peace framework established by the United States since the 1970s, which has formed a strategic framework for regional stability. Expanding the scope of this system will only be achieved by strengthening its foundations based on justice and ensuring the rights of the region's peoples to life and cooperation, which will end conflicts and unleash the energies of integration, prosperity, and flourishing throughout the region. Great people of Egypt, in conclusion, I assure you that the Egyptian army is committed to its mission of protecting the country and safeguarding its borders, undaunted by challenges. A national army from the core of this great people, its sons carry their lives in their hands. And they stand as a formidable barrier against all difficulties and threats. I renew my salute to our valiant armed forces, to our righteous martyrs who watered the soil of the homeland with their pure blood, and to our heroic soldiers who stay awake so that Egypt may sleep safe and secure, wishing you well every year, always and forever. And with God, long live Egypt, long live Egypt, long live Egypt, and peace be upon you, and the mercy of God and his blessing.